If you're thinking about investing in real estate in Mexico, you need to understand this first, because choosing the wrong city in Riviera Maya could cost you tens of thousands of dollars, but choosing the right one could generate from 8% all the way to 15% returns consistently. I am Fernando Córdova, a licensed realtor and investor here in Riviera Maya, and I have helped hundreds of investors to acquire real estate in Mexico profitably and legally. So in this video, I'm going to explain you why you need to take a look to Riviera Maya and what are the difference between Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Tulum, and what are the pros and cons of each city. Okay, so in this real estate investment video, we're going to talk about Riviera Maya. What are the opportunities? What are the legal insights and how to succeed in this market? It's very important, so you need to understand the different cities that are compounding the Riviera Maya area. So I will walk you through all of this. So Riviera Maya, we have a consistent tourist boom over the last years with over 23 million visitors annually. Just Mexico has over 30 million visitors annually. That means most of the tourists that comes to Mexico, they are staying here in Riviera Maya. We have huge, strong rental yields, averaging about 8 to 12%, depending on the project, depending on how is the management of the property. But actually, it's not only about the rental income. The appreciation, we are the first place in appreciation in the whole country in Mexico. We have low entry costs if you compare to cities like Los Cabos in Baja California, and we have excellent infrastructure, which is actually developing more and more every single year. This region combines excellent investment profitability and also amazing lifestyle, which my investors, they think they will come here for a few weeks of the year and the rest of the year they will have an income. But if they decided to come in 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, or even stay here for long term, they can use it because it's their property. So that's Riviera Maya, and that's why we need to take a look to this region. Okay, so what's going on in Riviera Maya? We have three different main cities, which is Cancun, which is on this side, on the northern part of Mexico, on this peninsula. Playa del Carmen, which is a medium-sized city with about 300,000 population. And then we have Tulum, which is the young city with only 17 years old. All of these three cities are part of the Riviera Maya. It's approximately 80 miles along the Mexican Caribbean coast, and this area has already four international airports: Cancun, Cozumel, Tulum, and we have in Chetumal, which is like a 2 hours drive from Tulum. So we have a huge infrastructure, huge connectivity, and also a new Maya train that is connecting the whole area and the whole cities. This train is over 1,200 kilometers in railroad, and this will connect you very easy in the Riviera Maya and the whole peninsula of Yucatan. Cancun is your safest bet if you are looking for consistently income from rental. The city of Cancun is over 54 years old. It was started as a project from the government and the private industry to boost this area and to boost the tourism in Mexico with huge success. This is a very stable city where we're going to find a lot of income through rental, but long-term rental especially. If you want to have a short-term rental business, you will need to focus in areas which are close to the hotel zone, close to the beach, where you're going to have maximum of profitability. We have luxury high-rise condominiums over the ocean, over the shores, and this will be a little bit more expensive than what you will pay in Playa del Carmen or even Tulum. We have an average of 8% ROI annually from rental income. This is ideal for first-time investors looking for established markets where you're going to prioritize rental income over appreciation. This doesn't mean that Cancun has no appreciation. Actually, high appreciation is happening, but it's not as high as we are looking at Playa del Carmen. So investors seeking consolidated markets, maybe Cancun will be a great option for you. Okay, so now we're getting to Playa del Carmen, which, by the way, is the most established real estate market in the whole Riviera Maya, with strong rental income and strong appreciation. This is very known because of walkability to the ocean. You're gonna have all the downtown in Playa del Carmen, which is very walkable, and you're gonna just make a couple minutes to the ocean. You're gonna have a strong expat community. You're gonna have also a balanced market. So if you want to do short-term rental, maybe you want to stay close to the ocean. If you want to do long-term rental, maybe you can do a little bit further from the ocean. So if you take a look to the map in Playa del Carmen, And I would recommend that you do short-term rental all the way in downtown, which is from the federal highway, which is this, all the way to the ocean. If you want to do long-term rental, which is more like a stable income month by month, maybe you can look at something on the north side of the highway. I would recommend that you are looking at gated communities with amenities and security 24/7, and you're going to have a very solid return on your investment. Tulum is the place where investors goes for growth. Tulum right now is happening through a very strong buyer's market. Why? Because during the pandemic, there was a boom. A lot of people were buying condos, a lot of developers were building them, and now we are an oversaturation state in Tulum, especially for one bedroom condos or studios. So if you want to invest in Tulum, you can have discounts up to 50% discounts from the purchase value because of this saturation and this buyer's market. But the thing with Tulum is a very eco boutique, chill environment with a lot of nature. You're gonna have a lot of eco developments, luxury villas with a lot of bedrooms, all the way to 8 bedroom villas. And here you can have a strong appreciation because Tulum is only 17 years old. We have a lot of room to grow. We are actually having now one international airport. We have infrastructure being built as I'm talking. And the best part of this is that you can still buy a condo here for just $100,000. This is for long-term investors. This is not for cash flow because we are not having the best rental income right now because of the saturation. But wait for a little bit of 3 4 years and you're gonna have a massive appreciation out of your investment. So Tulum is actually in an early stage. It's very green, and we are actually having a lot of growth in the following years. So if you want to have an upcoming growth, maybe Tulum will be your option. And I have amazing deals which are all the way to 50% discounts. So which one is for you? If you're looking to have high appreciation and don't care a lot about rental income, maybe Tulum is the right option for you. If you are looking more for rental income but you don't care much about appreciation, maybe Cancun. If you want to have a little bit of both, Playa del Carmen would be your right fit, and also giving you the possibility to use the property whenever you want, and the rest of the year you're going to have a very solid and stable income out of the Airbnb or short-term rental. So the prices will vary depending on where you're buying, but that mostly depends on your goal. And that's why you can book a free assessment and I can tell you which is the right option for you. What types of investment do we have in Riviera Maya? You can buy a piece of land, you can buy a condo, or you can buy a house. What is better for you depends on your strategy. Land investment will be very, very affordable, even with land starting at $40,000 and sometimes with 4 years no interest financing directly with the developer. The good thing is that you have minimum carrying cost. Property taxes is very low, you don't have maintenance, you don't need to do anything. You are just sitting in land and having huge appreciation. Condominiums investment is great if you want a turnkey option where you're gonna have a rental management, you're gonna have low maintenance, and you're gonna have a HOA that will take care of the common areas. And you can have a business ready to set and ready to use if you want to use your property. If not, you're gonna have income from day one. The house or villa investment, you will need a higher initial investment, but this will give you premium rates on Airbnb. So you can accommodate more people, big groups, bachelor parties, all kind of groups, and this is actually having better return on your investment, but higher maintenance cost and higher initial investment. Each property type offers different advantages or disadvantages depending on your investment goal. So it's not about which is better, it's about what's your strategy. As a foreigner, what would you need to consider on the legal aspect? We have something that is called the restricted zone in Mexico. So that means on 50 kilometers from the coast or 100 kilometers from the borders, a foreigner cannot legally own a property in Mexico. That's why we have two different structures. The bank trust, which is a fideicomiso, that's the way we call it, and the Mexican corporation. Both of them are okay, depends on your strategy. But if you are buying only one property, the bank trust will be the easiest and the cheapest because it has a cost of $400 or $500 per year and it's easy to maintain, easy to keep. And if you want to have more like a business over 4 properties, maybe the Mexican corporation will be the right thing to do. So we have these two structures and it's very easy. It's part of the closing cost. All the time you're going to be with the lawyer running everything, and she is gonna take you through all the process. It's very easy and smooth, and you don't need to worry about anything. Some people think that you need to pay cash for a property in Mexico, and that is not true. We have many options to finance a property here. Number one, we have developer financing, offering direct financing even from a 30% down payment all the way to 8, 10 years. I have seen developers offering 20 years direct financing. The interest rate will be from 6 to 12%, no credit checks, no income verification. This is very straightforward and easy. We have international lenders from USA, Mexico, and Canada. These private lenders will give you a 20 or even 30-year term with an interest rate from 7 to 11%. We have also the alternative to go with a Mexican bank, which is going to be very limited options, but we will have some options available. Higher interest rate from 9 to 12 or even more percent every year. And also one thing that I would recommend is that you can actually access for a HELOC, home equity line of credit, if you have a property in United States or Canada, and that will keep your best interest rate from Canada or United States and your financial situations in your country. The opportunity is real, but the difference between a good investment and a bad one is guidance. So if you are actually serious about investing in Mexico, I have prepared a free guide for foreigners to show you how to invest in Mexico. You can download it for free in the link in the description. Or you can also book a call with me and I will walk you through the process and give you the best opportunities to invest here in Riviera Maya. See you in the next video.